both address the bouncing back from the last game. What's been the focus the last couple of days in practice, and how do you, how do you respond to what happened on Monday night?
I say the main focus in practice has been transition defense, getting back, calling out the ball, getting the rim, just trying to stop their first initial offense. And then the second part of it was rebounding. We know we got our rebound versus Michigan State. So that's the big thing coaches have been harping on these past couple practices.
Same thing?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. And on the offensive side, they've been really aiming, about making harder cuts, running the floor harder, doing everything harder and, more precise. Is something we also been focusing on.
Next question. Zach?
Okay, so you talked about the offensive side, and you had a tough shooting night at Michigan State. You played, I think, kind of well in spurts at Nebraska, but what's the key to, I guess, building the offense back to sort of just how efficient it was in the non-conference season for both of you after a couple kind of, I guess, a little bit colder nights shooting to open Big Ten play?
I think the main thing is to get our offense going when we're down like that is just defense. I feel like that can definitely get our offense going. That can get our edge back when we're not making shots, get our energy back. So if we just bear down and play defense, everything else will fall into place.
When you guys have a loss like that, how much does it burn you? It happens, but still, from a pride standpoint, to try to see that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I mean, it always hurts to lose by 20, but, you can definitely learn from that. So the next day we got practice and we got in the film, watched the game. That just gives us a little bit extra edge to try and come out, especially on our home court, and try and make a statement from last game.
Yogi, what stands out about Ohio State to this point, and specifically D'Angelo Russell, their freshman?
Yeah, they got a lot of great shooters. I feel like, especially Scott, he's doing well, dishing the ball, averaging 7 assists a game. So we got to take away his outlets when he drives to the lane, and they got such a high prolific scorer as D'Angelo Russell. So we just got to limit his touches, kind of make him uncomfortable a little bit, and make him play defense.
How big is taking care of the ball in this game? Because the trademark, I guess, of Ohio State in the past couple of years has been their defense and how quickly they can turn it and go the other way with a turnover. I mean, how big is that, and kind of, what are the keys, I guess, to handling the pressure?
Yeah, I mean, since I've been here, Ohio State's always been good at getting steals and, creating points for them on the offensive end. So the biggest thing is just movement, I feel like. Even teams like Michigan State, they kind of have help defense, so Ohio State plays like that as well, and they swipe at the ball. So the biggest thing is going to be taking care of the ball, making crisp passes, making the simple pass for our team.
Just to follow up, being back at home, I mean, it's obviously not ideal to start out with 2 road games in Big Ten, but you split them, so that's not a bad start. But just talk a little bit about, I guess, the advantage of being back at home and playing here after being gone for about 3 weeks almost.
Rob, why don't you answer that one?
Well, as a freshman, this is the first Big Ten home game. But, following everything that, the upperclassmen say, it should be a great atmosphere. So, we just want to go out there and play hard and, put on a good showing for the fans that come out.
Rob, I guess after, a Big Ten game that went really well for you guys and then a game that didn't go so well, what do you think you've learned from just kind of those extremes of playing in both those games?
Just a simple fact that, day in and day out, you have to come with that same, intensity and 100% effort every game, because anybody in this league can beat you. So you have to put forth the same effort every night so you never really get caught off guard.
And how well do you think you guys have been doing that so far, especially, you freshmen?
I think, we're going to be coming along good with it. We really have no choice to, with the games coming back to back like this. So, we have to grow up and, just help to contribute to win.
Yogi, Ohio State, they're not the best shooting team in the country, but they're close. I think they're shooting as a team like 52, 53%. What are they doing well to get them to shoot that well?
Well, Ohio State has always been a great screening team. So that's what they do. They screen, get curls for jump shots, curls for layups, dishes down to the big man. So I say this is one of the better screening teams in the Big Ten. I feel like They move a little bit, so I mean the ref's probably not gonna call it. So I say that's the main thing for them. That's how they score.
Got time for one more?
Yogi, you've talked in the past about your freshman year and some of the shooting struggles you went through then. James has had just a little bit of a rocky patch the last couple, 3 games with his shooting, I think in particular, shooting from behind the arc. Do you talk to him about that? Does a player want to be talked to about that, or is it something where maybe a guy just wants to recognize that he's just got to put a few more shots up in the gym and just work on it on his own when you do hit one of those cold slumps?
Yeah, I mean, well, we've kind of been telling him he just gotta get to the next shot. I mean, James is such a great shooter. I mean, obviously a way better shooter than I was my freshman year. So, I mean, somebody like that, they just can't be thinking about the past shot. They gotta be thinking about the current shot they're taking. So, I know James is gonna bounce back really well, though. He will.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.